Hey, hey, Blue Table fans, and welcome to the hour of golden light. That wasn't very enthusiastic. Hey, Shawn here, and you know, I did one of these videos yesterday, and it didn't take. And then, you know, I just kind of had to go do other stuff. So, let's check the mail, shall we? First off, I'm pretty much caught up on my emails, so if you want to set up a project, get in touch, because I'm ready. I'm ready to do it. I've got some good specials running, too. I've got 40% off for artistic license for large projects, and that's on painting. So that's, you know, kind of until, what's that called? Yeah, for limited time, I guess. All right, so yeah, if you have like a giant thing that's just been sitting there, look me up. It's good pricing. So let's see here, and my crew is really strong right now. The labor pool up in Salt Lake it's insane. It's great, and I'm having a good time. Having a good time up here. Wanted to be here, and now I'm here. All right, guys. So. First off, I need more questions, so give me questions. All right, hold on. Let's go to my last one from 2 days ago. Was that Stay Tuesday? That must have been Sunday. So first off, I've been doing a lot of packing and unpacking today. In fact, I'm almost caught up with my packing. Yeah, probably another hour to go. It's pretty good. Oh, and this morning I primed up 6 more ghasts. Those things are great, by the way. Very hard to put together. Way longer to assemble than to paint. Isn't that interesting? I got a ton of skeleton warriors too. But they're just primed up right now. And let's see. Got 40 of those. Gonna need more though. Zombies. So I'm looking to Mantic for zombies, but they need to be on round bases. I think the Mantic zombies come on round intrinsic bases that fit into a square base. So and they're cheap. I'm looking up on eBay. It's about a buck a fig. Oh, also I was thinking of doing a program where I go shopping on eBay. A little counterproductive because it's like you don't want an army off of eBay. You want to get one from BTP. So yeah, the Morghast look amazing. They're primed up. I wish I could show them all to you. Yeah, they're looking good. There's 6 of them on the table. I got 2 already painted up. I think I'm going to go with the red armor. And, oh, what else? Oh, what's that? Destruction is underrepresented, you say. Well, here we go. Here's a Maw Crusher. This thing's like as big as my... it's not as big as my head. It's as big as my brain. So, yeah, this model is incredible. The base size is huge. Hold on. Let me just get like a regular base and compare it to that, right? It's like the Death Star is coming into range, Commander. All right, let's do this. So I got some Gore Gruntas, some Chaos Knights for another project. I'm working on it, Kevin. And some of these bad girls right here. Iron Jaws. So I'm pretty excited for that. Ha 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 ha! All right. Yeah. Yeah, so I got a lot to do the next few weeks, in addition to like running the company. So yeah, I wanna debut a sampler of Ultimate D&D at Valhalla, but man, I gotta make terrain and adventure, painted minis, the whole thing, and just in addition to all the armies that I'm doing. I think I can do it. It feels like I can do it. Feels like it's gonna happen. It might be a little close on the Sylvaneth army, I think. I think I might drop the Sylvaneth army for Valhalla. We'll see. Oh, Gene Stealer Cult. Oh, yeah. Now I'm excited for 40K again. Oh, yeah, that's happening. And a guy sent in a bunch of Gene Stealers and Gene Stealer Cult models from the Overkill box set. Those models are great. Wow. I'm just like, I'm admiring them. And in my head, I'm like, okay, how do you paint these? You know, what's the recipe? Bah, bah, bah. So, all right, let's do this. Bluffer with an H writes, how do you feel about social justice warriors? So I had to look this up on Wikipedia. So look this up on Wikipedia and read the article. It's a really good article. And here's what I think. I think whatever you focus on, whatever you're thinking about a lot, you're going to get more of that. So I used to be really active in politics starting in 2008 and ending in 2012, 4 years. And now I can't even think about it. It's too upsetting. And so whatever you're thinking about, if there's a conflict, like I don't like something, I'm against something, guess what? More of that's coming in your experience. So I'm experimenting with what I think is some next level stuff, where I just focus in on what is interesting to me, what is positive, and I theorize that if you find your center and you are your best self, that's when you're going to be impacting the world around you in the best possible way. But, you know, in the end, each person is responsible for what it is they're doing. Okay, Yip Snake, awesome, says, hey Shawn, how did you get that awesome bone technique on the small death army? First off, it's not small, it's 2,000 points. It's like 49 models. Yeah, wait till I start adding zombies. And that's the two age. So I keep thinking of these Age of Sigmar armies, and they're coming. So I got the 4 that I'm doing right now: the Nurgle Rotbringers, the Death Lords, which is undead, the Ironjaw Oryx, Sylvaneth for order. Next up, it's going to be Stormcast Eternals, Skaven Scry. How do I want to do this? Skaven Scryer, and I just forgot the other one. Skaven Scryer, Stormcast Eternals. Oh, and Tzeentch Demons. Tzeentch Demons, man, awesome. Yeah, and I've got ideas for them, and here's why. Because you're going to do a Tzeentch Demon army, get the White Dwarf that has the Silver Tower stuff in it, because it has blue horrors. And you buy blue horrors in units of 2. And I don't know how much they cost. Does anyone know where I can find the points cost on that Silver Tower stuff out of the White Dwarf? Question mark. Started saying that ever since I've been using that thing on your phone where you talk in and you say your punctuation. So anyway, so if you have blue horrors on the table, it means when your pink horrors die, they split into blue horrors. Fantastic. I'm going to say yes to that. It's great fluff. It's really fantastic. Makes me happy inside. By the way, loving the lighting in this room. It turns, for about an hour to 2 hours, it turns into this giant light box. So as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to be taking pictures of them Skaven. I think you guys will be able to see that. This is a great example of what we can do on these specials. We can just crank them out. So that was clearly on the outside of the nostril. Okay, bone technique, Yip Snake. We're back to Yip Snake now. Bone technique is I do black prime, brick red over spray to two-tone it, or you could overbrush that on. So again, there's overbrush is a heavy dry brush, a regular dry brush, and then there's what I call ghosting, which is a very, very light dry brush. That, by the way, to do ghosting properly, you gotta do 20 to 30 strokes on each area. I mean, you gotta really like work it on there, like it's like powder. So, and then I put on Vallejo Tan Yellow, and then I put on a purple glaze. Dun dun dun. Nothing? Okay. Anyway, plus 100 experience points if you get that reference. All right, it's purple glaze. Hold on. Then I polish it up with pale sand. Well, like an ivory color. There you go. So only four layers there. Loving your stuff. Been watching the channels for about 8 years now. So great. You grew up on BTP. I was only 39 when you started watching. A young Shawn Gately. Oh yeah, that was when I really started the YouTube channel. It's been about 8 years. P.S. from Bluffer, you're awesome. Keep this up. I will keep it up. I'm going to keep it up. Happy guy, it's making me happy. One can feel that you are as often you say happy from deep inside. I feel happy inside my heart. Oh, by the way, I'm a little sore there. I upped my routine. Yeah, I gotta give myself a day to heal. How would you start an AELF with an A army for Age of Sigmar? David Taylor, starting with a lower point game. Well, by the way, High Elves and Dark Elves are buds now in the order book. Let's see if I can find it. Is it here? I don't know where it is. I'm working on upping my Age of Sigmar books. No, that's another goal for Valhalla. Valhalla! By the way, I'm making terrain sometime between now and then. And I'm looking for a patron. So contact me if you want to put in for a terrain project and just go along with what I'm doing, because it's going to be inspired. You know you're going to love it. And let's see here. Also, I'm selling all these Age of Sigmar armies, so if you want to pre-buy one, currently, this could change any day. Currently, I'm doing 1,500 for a 2,000 point army, and that's all inclusive. And this isn't just like, oh, I banged them together. This is, I put in thought, I put in specialty materials. There's been some genius and inspiration that's gone into it. So, you gotta value that. All right. So what would I do? All right, I'm gonna decide. Wait, where is my order button? Hold on a second. I'll be right back. There she is. It was right behind me all the time. Ta-da. All right, here we go. Ugh. I'm loving it. It's great. Life is good, guys. Life is real good. All right, so here you go. I am going to decide for you, David Taylor, what army you're going to do. I decided this yesterday when I was thinking it over. You are going to do an all-flying elf army. So nothing that doesn't fly. So you are going to do phoenixes, and you're going to do a Swift Hawk Agents army. Let's see if I can find it. There it is, Swift Hawk Agents. Just read up on these guys. Great idea. But it's an order army. You're using the whole book. So there you go. And you're going to include Giant Eagles. By the way, Spellweaver returns D3 units. D3 models to a unit with her spell. Wood Elf Spellweaver. There's something to that. Something to that. So Eagles is a good unit to cast that on. So yeah, here's Assassins. That's not what you're going to get, David Taylor. I've already defined it. Feathers only for you. That's your theme army. Diaz52 says, Paul Harvey. You're talking about Paul Harvey. Yeah, I love that guy. That's great. I'll be your super chippy Paul Harvey. There you go. And let's see here. Radio commentator for many years. He'd give the news, but also pontificate a lot on the issues of the day. He was fun to listen to, a lot like you, Shawn. Thank you. There you go. Where am I, by the way? 13 minutes. Perfect. Jesper Onasan says, God dag, Shawn. Swedish for good day. Well, God dag to you. I am really into Battle for the Gothic, so I would like to ask, what are your thoughts on a restart for GW Specialist games? Well, you know, a GW will do whatever sells product. Personally, I think the secondary market is taking care of those games where there's demand. Like Blood Bowl. They're finally like doing, oh, yeah, I guess, well, let's someday do something with Blood Bowl after, seriously, like 20 companies are making Blood Bowl teams now. And good ones, too. So, it's going to be tough. They're going to have to crack open their own market again. That's what I think. Really enjoyed the Q&A. So what are your... oh, this is Mark Hanaway. Are people putting their real names on this? Really enjoyed the Q&A. So what are your thoughts on the possible new edition of 40K? Would you like to see it go the same way as Age of Sigmar? No! So, I love Age of Sigmar, but, Warhammer Fantasy was like dying. I mean, it was bad. And it needed that. And there was the resistance at first. But now, guys, it's the golden age of Sigmar. It's awesome. You go on the sites, it's not people that have been doing it for a long time. It's everybody is starting up a brand new army, like for the first time. I mean, I'm nuts because I've already cracked out going on 3 so far. Oh, and they gave the models new life, the game background new life. I'd love to see 40K streamlined, but if you've bought all the books, I mean, so many books, they're not just gonna can all those books. Sorry, nah, they're not Sigmarifying 40K, but something's going on, which is, and I feel it because I've been in this industry for a long time now, 13 years, 18 if you count my old game shop, 19, 20 years, yeah. I'll be celebrating 20 years of wargaming next year. 1997, I picked up my first Eldar Metal Infantry for $1 a piece. $56 for 56 models. Awesome. All right, so there are a lot of new codexes coming out lately. Is this the start of something new? I don't know. I don't think they're going to Sigmarify 40K. They might streamline it, make it easier to learn, but people are already getting into 40K just because of the strength of the community. There's like gravity to it, so it's just starting to it just like sucks people in. Yeah, so that's my thoughts on that. Brian Frazee says, "Hey Shawn, keep up the positive energy. I've been having difficulty with the spirit skulls on my Mortark because I would like them to be bright, but over a black undercoat is taking me too many layers and starting to dull the detail." You have to have an intermediate layer. You got to put on brick red, ochre, tan, gray. You got to get an intermediate layer to get that opacity ready for like a base layer for those brighter colors. That's basically it. So there you go. Because if you're gonna do black, I prime my models black, but I do a secondary brightening layer of dark gray. The rust is a common one for like fantasy type figures. And you do, I've done for like zombies, I'll do like a prairie grass type of thing, like a very pale sage type green to them. Yeah, you gotta. So the brand is Design Master. It's acrylic sprays. You can put them on top of primer. You can't prime with them because they're just acrylics, just paint. Get them from a craft shop, usually the floral section. So there you go. See, I just saved your life. Let's see. Chris Canue, new. "Hey Shawn, great vid. Just wondering if you stay in touch with Rich, Thomas, Janine, and the rest." I'd love to, but they're off doing their own things and really don't ping old Shawn anymore. And the fact is, I'm up north now, and sometimes an hour travel really makes a relationship of any kind of not as workable. And so I've got new people, and I'm just waiting to see who's going to really pan out before I start putting them in front of the camera a lot. But my crew right now is fantastic, and I have a public web page, the project update page, where it shows all the artists and what they're working on and all the projects I have in queue. Still have 80. I'd like that to be more like 40. I want it to be about half of what it is now. But I think the number is going down. It's like they're starting to make it from pre-op into op or post-op, even better. And if you go on that page, you can see all the projects we finished in the last few years, and it's a lot. It's a huge amount of projects. You're just like scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. It's like the end credits of an Avengers movie. All right, Diaz52 writes, ooh, I'm gonna like these comments. Thank you. Thank you. +1. A thumbs up for you. And thank you. Shawn, you're the best, man. You crack me up. I've been watching your videos for years and love your happy attitude. Great fun to watch you talk about minis and show the progress of your projects, etc. Thank you for these videos. There you go. Got to focus on the positive, and really, I've been working on my mental state quite a bit the last few years, and I feel good most of the time. I feel peace, and it's easy to find that good feeling now. And sometimes it finds me. I'm just going about my business, and all of a sudden I just feel like, like this light inside of me. It's amazing. But, you know, like anybody, I have my moments, and sometimes I think, yeah, what bothers me? Just being behind. I don't like that. I don't like being behind on stuff. But, you know, you do your best and go to sleep every night. Okay. Boy, and I'm sleeping good these days. Okay, let's see if there's any others in this one. No, that's it. Oh, about Twitch. You know, yeah, I do want to do Twitch. I had one running, and that just kind of died off, you know, and I don't even know the account for it anymore. I'd love to. It was running on Miniwargaming was letting us piggyback for a while, but I don't know what happened to that. So anyway, okay, guys, that's that. So what's next? What's your question? Any topic at all. Let's see. Ultimate D&D. That's what I'm excited about. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I think every person owes it to their life to write down how you would have your life if you could have it any way you wanted. And I mean any way you wanted. And even if you want a spaceship and fly around, write that down too. You know? It's got to be, I don't think it has to be realistic. I'm of the school of thought that anything is possible. And right now, I'm at a place in life where the vision that I have is so out there, I don't even know how to do it. It would take some force beyond me to have this materialize. So I'm just enjoying how things are, and I keep it fresh in my mind, this vision of a wooded Rivendell-like estate with a home, Cape Cod / Moroccan, nice home, no bills to pay, a workshop with a museum quality display area, a supremely well-equipped workshop area. We're talking 3D printers, CNC machines, all sorts of equipment and materials, just loads of it. And a couple conference rooms for planning, and an artist's home. 8 bedrooms, 2 kitchens, and just have guests out just to work on it. Again, you come out there, there's no bills, you're just working on projects. Just whatever the group feels like doing, or split into teams or whatever. And then of course something that looks a little bit like Rivendell, and do a Valhalla there once a month. That'd be a lot of fun. Prep it up. And I certainly have a lot of inspiration for that. And so I don't know if I mentioned this, but I've actually written this fantasy novel in first person of how I'd have my life. And can you read it? Oh no! Oh no! Oh heavens! Yeah, if you do this, don't share it with anybody, because then the editor will be in there. I'm not realistic. That's embarrassing. You wouldn't want anybody to know that. And it's like, oh no! To be true to yourself, you gotta have that. Gotta have that privacy to it. And you know, I wrote out. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm really shallow. And it's like, well, but yeah, you know, once you get rid of the other stuff, maybe life really is simple. Yeah, it really is. And I got to tell you, getting my little, I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at my desk with my paints and palette and lamp. my equipment, and it's so simple, and I'm keeping it so simple, and it's just great. You know, after I've answered all my emails, I just start painting up some guys, and it's good times. It's really good times. I'm really enjoying just painting whatever it is that I want. So yeah, 2 weeks to Valhalla, 13 days to be precise. So I'm a little nervous for it, you know. It's like, but I don't have a lot to do for it. You know, Blue Table Painting is not in charge of Valhalla. That's been for those, because some people still ask me. It's Wargamer Girl. I talked to her and her partner, I think, and they're married now, I'm pretty sure. Thomas. They were excited for it and just asked me if they could run with it, and you know, I'm all for it. So I'm more of a guest now, and I got to tell you, it's pretty relaxing. It's pretty awesome. So it's funny how things can change so much in a relatively short period of time, and change for the better. You know, sometimes I look at my life now and I think, yeah, I know yes, I like it better now. It's really nice. It's very peaceful. Very, very peaceful. Guess if I'd add something, I'd see my kids more. That's definitely an element I would add, but that's coming. Well, guys, this is what's going on, and thanks a lot for tuning in. And let's set up a project. I'm ready. Contact projects@bluetablepainting.com, and I can work you through this. Or if you want to stake a claim on one of those Age of Sigmar armies, you can split it up. You don't have to have all the money up front. You can do it in chunks, and we'll just set a time for it to be completed, and I'll just do bat reps between now and then, and get that army a nice new home. And I can always recreate it or do something new. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I had so again, more Age of Sigmar armies. I want to do a zombie army with like carrion carts and necromancers, but like 240 zombies. Just fill the board with them, and that would be like the zombie genre. You know, it's like, there's so many. They're like they drag you down in a giant mass. Yeah, that's a real thing, and I actually think that army would work really well. What's the other thing? Oh, yeah. I was watching a YouTube video about competitive Age of Sigmar lists. That's not the spirit of Age of Sigmar. It's doing the army you like and having fun. But it was a guy had 3 Celestial Hurricanums and like a gunline army. And I was looking at the Hurricanum, I'm like, that's awesome. But I want to do a conversion where it's a skink priest on like this floating dais, like an Engine of the Gods Stargate thing, you know, and make those the Celestial Hurricanums. Yeah, that sounds about right. And a few like Temple Guard, you know, standing on the corners. That I think that'd be nice. That'd be a really good version of that army. Well, guys, that's it. I have cracked out right around a half hour. So I hope you have enjoyed the show and give me lots of questions. And I will we'll make another one tomorrow night. Thanks for tuning in.